Hey guys, it's Christy, and today's DIY are, I don't know if I can consider these mermaid, but they kind of are mermaid. My boss is going to Disney in a week, and he wanted some ears for his daughter, and he did mention like other themed, but when I saw the fabric for these, I was like, you know what, I really want to do these ears, and I kind of want to keep them for myself, but they're for him, his daughter anyway. So I thought I would show you this DIY, and once it's done, just stick around to see a close-up of these ears, as well as my usual of housekeeping. All right, let's go. So for these ears, they are much like all of my other ears that are standard. The only difference is the fabric is stretchier, so you do have to stuff it quite a bit more. So here you see me tracing out the cardboard with the smaller part of the plastic ear. I do 4 of them. Unfortunately, I ran out of cardboard, so I had to grab another piece of cardboard and do the other 2, which you see right here as well. So once those were traced out, I then cut them out, which you see me doing right here. Once all 4 are cut out, you really need to trim them together to make sure they're all on the same. That's what I'm doing right here, even though it's out of frame. You just need to make sure that they're all the same size and there's nothing really sticking out. And you can see the little pieces hitting the cardboard right there where I'm trimming it to make sure that they're the same size. You want to do that so that there's no piece of the ear sticking up over one of the other ones. I cleaned up a mess, and then I go on and move to the fabric and trace out the fabric with the larger ear shape. For these, I always leave the bottom where it's curved. I don't trace that piece, I leave it open. The reason I don't trace it is because I'm not going to cut it right there, and I found in the past that I accidentally cut it, so I just leave it open so I know to leave some space there, because I have to tuck that piece under when I get the ear done. So then you just see me cut the ears out, and I trace my ears, like obviously when I'm tracing, I trace it on the bottom of the fabric so that there's no lines on the top of the fabric where you see the ears. So once they're all traced and all cut out, I then take the cardboard and begin putting glue around the side of the cardboard. If you're kind of slower at this process, you don't want to go halfway around like I do. You want to do it small portions at a time, and remember to leave the curved part undone because you're going to stuff the ear there and you don't want it to be already glued to the cardboard. So once you start stuffing the ear, you want to make sure that you use your stuffing stick or a pen or something so that it gets all the way down to the edges of the ear, and you want to make sure that there's no little flat spots. You also want to make sure you don't stuff it too full to where the ear buckles, and the way to keep from doing that is you stuff it a little bit at a time. So you may want to take your polyfill and pull it apart a little bit before you start stuffing each section. You don't have to do all of your polyfill that way. You can just do it a little at a time, so that you're not like pulling out so much of it at a time. So once the ears are stuffed, you want to pick which ears you're going to put together. If you noticed what I did, I had one ear like a pink color and the other ear more of a teal color. So the fabric that was closer to the other color, I put that ear together, and then that way I had for sure one ear that was a different color than the other one. So to put them together, you put glue around the edge of the ear. Oh yeah, by the way, once the ear is stuffed, you glue the bottom and you hold the fabric tight. I always hold it tight so that it doesn't buckle the fabric later. So to glue them together, you do a hot glue gun around all sides, like the bottom of the ear, and then a little bit in the center. Hold it together, and I always put them under my leg to make sure they get stuck together good without any spacing. So then I move on to the bow. In the bow, I just cut out a piece of fabric, I fold it over each side, and almost like a square, but it's more like a triangle. And then I fold those in, and then I glue those, and then I fold them over again. One thing I will mention is you want to make sure you fold the longer pieces in together first, because when you go to fold the other pieces in, you want to make sure that that's where your ear is going to be, your bow is going to be in the center, and a ribbon's going to be around it, so you don't have bow ends sticking out on the side. Then while that's sitting to the side, I start to do the trim around the ears. I measure it out just a little bit longer than the actual ear itself so that I can glue it on the bottom part where it tucks in. And then I slowly wrap it around with hot glue all around the edge, which you see sort of right here because I'm out of frame like always. And once I'm done with that, I do set those ears aside for just a second to get my headband and to get a pair of ears to line everything up accordingly, which you'll see in just a second. So right here you see me lining it up. I'm just using a pair of ears I've already got, that way I know how far to set my ears. And then you'll see me messing with the bow a little bit. Actually, you don't see it in this frame, but I'm messing with the bow. But once I'm done messing with the bow, I then, well, there you go. You see me messing with the bow. I then will put the trim around the base of the ear, like where the ear connects to the headband. I do this just, to me, it just adds that extra step and extra piece of it to bring it all together. And you'll see that at some point. I'm not sure what's taking me so long in this one. Alright, so I think I'm still messing with the bow. I don't know, I think I was having a hard time with this bow for some reason. Oh, okay, yeah. There I am, you can see me doing the bow. And you'll see what I'm talking about, like the long piece, how that's the longest piece. And then I fold it in right there, and then I do glue it down, and then I'm going to do the accordion fold with the bow. Yeah, I don't know why it was taking me so long. So there's the accordion fold, and I do a little hot glue on both sides. There you can see it. Ooh, you can actually see it. Half the time I'm out of frame. And so there's the bow. Look, it's so pretty. And there I am doing the trim around the edge. And I always start it on the inside of the ear, like where because that's where the bow's going to be, so you can't see it where the hot glue goes. And I just put a little hot glue along the base of the front and the back. I don't do it all the way around because I do it at the front corner, and it keeps it cleaner that way. You see I'm putting it right at the base and then putting that down, and then just a little bit right there to hold it in. And I do that for the other side too. Just right there, start at the center at the beginning in the inside, and put that down, flip the ear over, and do the same on the other side. I wish I could actually do it as fast as this video is going. Alright, so once that's done, I grab the bow and I create a ribbon. I created a ribbon with the same fabric, so I'm making sure I like how the bow goes, and I just cut a piece off, and then I put some glue in it, I fold it in, and I do the same thing with the other side, and just fold it in. Fold it in, there it goes. Oh, maybe I should speed up this piece. So once it's folded in, I wrap the bow around. I wrap the ribbon around the bow, which is out of frame, of course. And I'm gluing it down, and then I put the bow onto the headband and glue it on there, and I actually wrapped this ribbon around the headband to make it look more cohesive, which I think is what I mentioned at the end of this video anyway, as wrapping it around the headband does make it look more cohesive and together, and I just thought it looked better. I really do hope that my boss's daughter really loves these ears, and I hope she gets to wear them a lot at Disney. They are so cute. I really want a pair for myself. I mean, they're just so cute. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks so much for watching this video. Alright guys, now we're back. How did you like the DIY? I know like sometimes I get out of frame because I'm trying to pay attention to the ears, but I'm also trying to pay attention to the camera. But my voiceover, I believe it can help you. I don't know if it does. I've done a lot of these DIYs, so let me know if they're very helpful for you or you're just still like lost. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a close-up of these ears, and then after that I will go over some housekeeping. So here is a close-up of these ears. They're quite a bit puffier. It's the fabric than what I'm used to, and I decided to wrap the bow around the headband. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I just feel like it looks more cohesive when you do that. So I've got sparkle ears. This one's like a teal color, and this one's more purple. And then on the back, it's kind of like a pink here and kind of purple into teal here. And then I've got the teal bow, and then a very, very sparkly around all of the ears. So I think his daughter's 7 years old. So I think this will be a good set of ears for a 7-year-old. They are on a plain black headband. So what do you guys think? So what do you think of the ears? I actually really, really like them a lot. I'm gonna have to make myself a pair, and yeah, I think I'm gonna go take a picture of these, send them to him, and say, hey, will she like these? Hopefully she will. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Now let's do some housekeeping. My name is Christy from Christy's Corner. As you can tell, I have an Instagram, a Twitter, a Snapchat, all at Christy Lee A. My Instagram link is down below. My Facebook page is called Christy's Corner, and then I have a PayPal, never obligated, always welcome if you support this channel. I have a PO box, which is listed down below. I have 2 partner channels, the Disney Housewife and Cinderella Loves Disney. Their links are down below. I'm on a live stream every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time called Spilling the Disney Tea. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye now.